Hi there, and welcome back to Paws and Pawsitivity. I'm Jamie Watkinson-Harvey, your certified dog trainer and host of this podcast. Today, we're going to talk about something that so many families get wrong without meaning to: introducing a rescue dog to a resident dog. Now, it might sound simple enough, just let them meet and they'll sort it out. But that couldn't be further from the truth. What happens in those first few moments can make or break the relationship between two dogs. So today, I'll walk you through why controlled introductions matter, why face-to-face greetings are a big no, and what you can do to make those first few days smooth and safe, even if the British weather decides to turn on you. Before that rescue dog even steps through the door, the real preparations begin. Think of it like bringing a new flatmate into a shared house. You wouldn't expect them to just move in and immediately be best friends with everyone, would you? Well, it's the same for dogs. Both dogs need to feel secure and safe in their own spaces before they even meet. I always tell clients to set up separate zones: a comfortable area for your resident dog and a quiet, low traffic space for your new rescue. Each space should have its own bed, water, and enrichment toys. Avoid using shared items early on because scent is powerful. Dogs communicate through scent long before they ever meet face to face. Once those zones are ready, we move to scent swapping. This can be as simple as exchanging blankets or toys between the dogs so each gets to know the other's smell. It's their version of reading someone's profile before meeting them, a chance to gather information without pressure. Research into canine behaviour consistently shows that scent familiarity lowers arousal and helps dog approach new situations with calmer emotions. And that's exactly what we want here: calm curiosity, not high alert. If the weather allows, scatter some treats in both zones after the swap, helping each dog form a positive emotional link with the new scent. The aim is for them to think, ah, that smell means good things happen, instead of, who's been in my space? Now, let's tackle a really common myth that letting dogs just meet nose to nose is the natural way to do it. I wish I could shout this from the rooftops. It's not. For many dogs, especially rescues, a face-to-face greeting can feel like an invasion. It's a bit like someone you've never met walking straight into your personal bubble, staring into your eyes, and giving you a bear hug. Some people might handle it, but most would pull back or lash out. Dogs are exactly the same. A direct approach can feel threatening, and if one dog already feels anxious or uncertain, it can tip them over threshold instantly. When that happens, the learning brain switches off and emotion takes over. Barking, lunging, growling, or even fighting can follow. But that doesn't mean that they're bad dogs. It means that they were put in an emotionally unsafe situation. If you're lucky enough to have decent weather or a covered space outside, start there. Outdoor introductions usually go more smoothly because there's more room for movement and less pressure. Choose neutral ground, somewhere where neither dog feels ownership over. A quiet park, a spacious driveway, or even a large garden can work, as long as it's calm and low in distractions. Walk the dogs parallel to each other at a comfortable distance, far enough that both dogs can notice each other, but still take food or sniff the ground. This tells you that they're under threshold. If one dog stiffens, stares, or stops taking treats, simply create more distance. Distance isn't failure, it's information. It's your dog saying, I'm not ready to be that close yet. Over time, you can slowly decrease the space between them, but always watching their body language. Loose movements, curved approaches, sniffing the ground, or briefly glancing at the other dog and then away, these are all signs of relaxation. If both dogs show these behaviours, you're ready to let them walk side by side with a few meters between them. Keep the walk short and positive, and finish before either dog gets tired or overstimulated. And if rain or mud make outdoor introductions impossible, don't worry. We can still manage safe indoor greetings. Now, indoor introductions need even more control because the space is smaller and there are more triggers, familiar scents, toys, or resting spots that might cause possessiveness. Start by having the dogs in separate rooms with a nice loose lead and a baby gate or secure barrier between them. Let them see and smell each other at a comfortable distance, while each enjoys something positive, like a scatter of treats or a stuffed Kong. Avoid letting them rush up to the barrier. If either shows tension, be it a stiff body, raised hackles, hard stares, or barking, calmly move them away and try again later from further apart. These early sessions aren't about meeting, they're about safe exposure. Think of it as letting them study each other without pressure. Once both dogs can calmly be near the gate or barrier, you can progress to short sessions in the same room, both on leads at opposite sides, still focusing on calm behaviours, and keep these meetings brief, then separate them again on a positive note. Remember, it's far better to stop early and end on success than push too far beyond their threshold and create a setback. The term threshold is one that I use daily with clients, and it simply refers to the point where a dog goes from thinking and learning to reacting emotionally. Every dog's threshold is different and can change from day to day. A rainy walk, loud neighbours, or a restless night can lower it. For rescues, thresholds are often unpredictable at first. They're navigating a new home, new sounds, and sometimes memories of past experiences. That's why it's vital to read their body language closely. The moment either dog looks uneasy, pause, take a breath, increase the distance, and reset. Learning happens in calm, not chaos. If things feel tense, go back to scent swapping and parallel walking for a few more days. There is no rush. Building a friendship takes time. Some pairs may be playing with each other within a week. Others might take a month before they're fully relaxed around each other. But both timelines are normal. I often hear people say, just let them sort it out. But here's the truth. Letting dogs sort it out can create trauma. Every negative experience between dogs becomes an emotional memory, often tied to fear or defensiveness. Once that emotional memory is formed, undoing it can take weeks or even months of careful work. Another myth is that a rescue dog will automatically know how to behave because they've lived with other dogs before. Sadly, that's not always the case. Some rescues have had limited social experiences, while others may have learned that other dogs predict trouble. So it's not about testing compatibility during the course of a meeting, it's about slowly building trust. Once the dogs can then calmly share space, you'll begin to see small signs of friendship, soft play bows, mutual sniffing, or resting each other without tension. These are golden moments, but they still need supervision. Continue managing resources like toys, beds, and food separately until you're completely confident they can handle shared spaces. Remember, the goal isn't instant friendship, it's peaceful coexistence. Connection grows from there. And just like with people, some dogs become best mates, while others remain polite housemates. But both outcomes are perfectly fine. Introducing a rescue dog to a resident dog isn't about luck. It's about understanding emotions, managing environment, and preventing overwhelm. With thoughtful preparation and patience, you set both dogs up for success and safety. Remember, dogs don't need to be pushed together to bond. They need time, predictability, and calm, positive experiences. And that's it for today's episode of Paws and Pawsitivity. I hope that you found these tips helpful and that they give you the confidence to create harmony in your multi-dog household. Remember, every good relationship, whether human or canine, starts with trust and patience. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this episode has helped you or someone that you know, share it on to spread the message of kind, force-free training. Until next time, take care and give your pup a big hug from me. Woofity woof!